Okay, here I am in the pool shed. I'm going to show you how to backwash. So you want to backwash the filter when you see the black mark here. It gets up to maybe around 20, 21. That just means the filter's dirty and needs to be cleaned. So the first thing you do is you come in and you flick this to off. That shuts the pump off. Next thing you do is you turn these 3 valves to the off position. So that's turning it closed. So right now it's open, which means water's flowing through it. And when you turn it perpendicular, then it's closed. Okay, you also turn this one here. So what that does is it isolates the pump here so that it allows you to open it and clean out any debris before you go and backwash. Then you clean this out. You can take it back here. Use this hose right here. Just spray it out, clean it. Once it's clean, you bring it back in. And you put it back in here, tighten up these clamps. So now everything is closed with a fresh basket in there. So then you want to open those 3 back up. This is the main drain, the 2 main drains. This is the far skimmer, and this is the near skimmer. This one here is the vacuum line, which we're not using. I bought a new handle for it, but it's broken right now. And then you open this one as well. Then you come up here and you see right now it's in backwash. So with the pump off, you can only move this thing when the pump's off, but normally it's right here on filter. So then you just press down on it, move it around to backwash, and then you come back out here and flick it back to on. Then you come and you're going to run it until that's running pretty clear. So it looks pretty good right now. So I'm going to come out here, turn it off, and I'm going to come to the top of the pump, and I'm going to mark it or move it over to rinse. Okay, then I'm going to come back out here, turn it on. You only need to do this for about 30 seconds. You can see the glass, it gets a little bit cloudy. When you backwash, it's like black. It's really disgusting. But so the rinse just does the final clean. So that looks pretty good, about 30 seconds. So I come back here, turn it off, and then I'll put it back onto filter and fire it back up. Okay, and that's right there at the black mark. Like I said, you want to do a backwash when it's up around 21 or so, 22, or you notice like if you're vacuuming the pool and the jets are all dirty and cloudy. Otherwise in here you don't need to do anything, you don't need to touch anything. If you want to turn the pool heater on, you have to press pool, and then you can change the temperature. Right now the water's at 72. You guys probably are going to want to like more around like 80, and then it'll sort itself out. I've already set it up, it's ready to go, so we'll just wait for it to turn on. Here, I'll come back out. So I bought a robotic vacuum to get all the crap out of the pool, but if you got a lot of sediment and stuff that settles on the bottom of the pool, then you're gonna have to use the hand vac. And to do that, what I do is you put the vacuum in the pool, then you come around here with the free hose and you put it on the vent, like the outlet, and you let it push all the air through. Once there's no more air through, then you keep the hose in the water, and then you walk it around over to the drain, and then with the hose in the water, you stick your hand through the drain, put your hand on the end of the hose, and try to keep the hose below water blocked, and then it goes in that hole, the drain hole down there. This is the skimmer basket that I use the pucks in. I find that this skimmer basket sucks a little bit stronger than the one on the far side. You got to come out every couple days to clean them, because they do get the floating stuff in them. And right now I've got the water on because we've got a leak somewhere. I say we lose probably an inch a day. So I don't know where the leak is. It's at least the pool's pretty clear now. So I'll put a little bit more inhibitor in there, just or clarifier, just to help get the rest of the rust, settle that down. You can see down there it's a little bit stained. It's got a little bit of rust still in it from when we were using the old well. But let's go see if the heater's on. Yep. So it's running. So that's all you have to do for the heater. Okay, and then if you want to turn it off, if you don't want to run it anymore, just press pool, and that turns it off and closed. So that's it. It's pretty easy. You probably, once the pool's sorted, and once you find that leak, you should only need to add water like once every 10 days, and then maybe backwash once every month. You do have to add the chlorine pucks though, which are in here, about like once a week, maybe once every 5 days or 4 days once it gets hot. This one here is the shock, and you do that once a week. One big scoop, you broadcast it around the pool once a week. And what else? Clarifier. Algae clear, clarifier, and some stabilizer. If you just take the water sample into the Culligan place, they'll do a water test for you and tell you exactly what it is that you need to do. They're pretty good. And you shouldn't need any chemicals, really. Like we've got, that's the muriatic acid if you need to increase the pH. You got baking soda if you need to decrease the pH. Stabilizer, like I said, the shock, the chlorine pucks. You may need to buy a little bit more of this type of stuff, which is a water clarifier. It just helps keep the water clear because it attaches to the smaller particles that the filter maybe won't pick up. And like I said, I'm buying a robotic vacuum, the same one that we had at the house in Midhurst. The only problem that you're going to have with it is I will store it in the pool shed, but we're going to have to run an extension cord from the pool shed or the garage out here when you actually use it. But you should only really need to use it like once a week. Okay, and then the vacuum thing here gets stored over here in this bucket just on the ground. Okay, hope that helps. Love you.